So then Pat also does a range of candle holders or plant stands. We call it the Sputnik collection. So that's just been developed at the moment.
And now let me reveal my special guest, Clones hero, world boxing champion and broadcaster Barry Mc Guigan. We've come here to one of the country's hidden Ireland gems, Hilton Park, owned by Johnny and Lucy Madden. Hilton has been the Madden family home since 1734 and is an old training haunt of Barry's.
I always knew that I had the potential to do very well, and I knew that professional boxing was suited my style and my fitness. I had lots of stamina. I wasn't a sprinter. I had good stamina. I could go for a long time. And when I turned professional, I had to mould my shape, and there were obviously a few hiccups along the way. But I knew almost immediately that I could do very well. And then I won the British and European title, and then I went on to win the world title, and it was fantastic. Going, the whole journey was like one of those arcade rides. Fantastic fun the whole way along. It was tough, and it was obviously a great deal of commitment and hard work, but very enjoyable. And I look back at it retrospectively with great enjoyment.
Well, what's the connection between boxing and broadcasting? How did that all come about?
I found that a fairly natural progression. I always enjoyed the broadcasting. I always enjoyed talking about my sport. I'm fairly very much a historian in boxing terms. All the way through my years of boxing, I read about all the old fighters and their styles and their techniques and the way they fought, and I knew their records, and I knew most of the old glamorous names of the 50s and 40s and 20s in the heavyweight division right back to the beginning. So I used that really, basically, having that sort of background and going into sort of broadcasting and commentating and doing blow-by-blow commentary and analysis. It was pretty normal for me, and just talking about boxing in general, and being able to analyse a guy's style and articulate what you think is going to happen and how the fight is progressing and how you see it unfolding. That's a skill that you never stop learning and you keep developing. And I'm delighted to be part of Sky's boxing team, because it's a huge project for me, and it's constantly progressing. We're trying to refine it and make it better and better. And there's some great young boxers out there too, and I just love talking about them. And what better way to be than to talk about what you used to do and then get paid for it.
When you're not at the ringside or talking about those in it, how do you get away from it?
I like to walk and work out. I exercise and train all the time, so I live a real salubrious life, eating healthy and working out. But I enjoy it. That's my form of relaxation. And living, as I say, at a frenetic pace, doing what I'm doing in show business, in inverted commas. You're travelling from one place to the other, and you're doing different things. And my form of relaxation, although it sounds almost sort of paradoxical, is working out. It helps me relieve my stress, and it helps me get rid of my pressures and all of the unnecessary worries that I have. I can go into the gym and just blow them all away.
What about the arts and paintings? Have you any interest in them?
I have a great interest in Irish artists and contemporary artists like J.B. Vallely and a guy called Tiernan in Dublin, Tiernan. And I like, obviously, a great fan of Jack Yates and Wilkes and William Connor, Roderick O'Connor, and just huge interest in paintings. And of course they're all far too expensive for me, but it's lovely to look at all these old paintings, and my kids are interested, which is great too. But I'm particularly interested in Irish artists, so I'm very much looking forward to this.
Well, I have a great location for you just outside here at Hilton Park, and you should know it very well because you ran around here whenever you were training.
It's one of my old haunts, yeah.
Well, you'll not be painting the front of it. It's the old courtyard at the back, and there's some beautiful old farm buildings.
Looking forward to that. I've never been to the back of it, so I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Well, what do you think of the scene, Barry?
It's fantastic. I love it. It's great. The old courtyards are gorgeous, and this is just another exceptional one.
Yeah. Well, it's buildings like this that make life exciting for artists, because you can look at all the old rustic stone and the crumbling brickwork and the missing slates and tiles on the roof and the grass growing out of the spikes as well.
That's marvellous.
That makes life really easy for artists, because you don't have to worry about all those straight lines. you can just get in there and get a lot of character into the building.
Right.
How do you think you're going to handle it?
I am to art what an X-ray is to a motorbike. I'm absolutely useless. But if you can do something with me, by God, you've achieved something. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a challenge.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll help you through with the sketch, and then it's just a matter of getting on all those colours and letting the washes blend into each other. And I'll keep you going through step by step, so that whenever we're finished, you'll have something that you're going to be proud of.
Great.
So
I'll
over to you.
hold you to that.
If we start with this corner of the courtyard as it comes down, and we'll just establish that line first, and then we work everything else out from that. So off you go, just about there. We're going to start in now with those rafters that you can see through the roof. You see where the slates are missing? And the top of the rafters have got a very light top to them. So we have to retain that light colour. And the way we do that is by using the masking fluid. This is liquid latex, and we just use the number 5 brush. I'll show you how I put that on.
Yeah, please do.
That retains the white of the paper, and then that will peel off whenever it's dry to give us a white line.
Do you go down the rafters with that?
Yeah, just those lines that you have indicated there. There's one there, yeah. Just straight line down.
Okay.
Just give it a good wash round. You see, it's liquid rubber, and it dries in about 5 minutes. So just clean that off.
So we then peel that off when it's done?
Whenever it's dry, it just peels off and retains the white. So there's another one. And there's a couple more over there. Now, while we're waiting on that to dry, that's going to take about 5 minutes to dry. We'll go ahead now and start washing in some of the wall colour.
Okay, this is the difficult part.
No, not at all. Very simple. There's nothing about this difficult at all. So the walls are going to be a mixture of raw sienna with a bit of crimson. Raw sienna is just a yellowish colour. And a little bit of crimson into that. And this is just an underlying colour. So
beautiful colour.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
Starting underneath the roof and coming right down, block that whole thing in, but work around the window there.
Okay. Right, good.
Now take this whole section with you before you move down much further. Keep the strokes going when I show you with the brush. If you hold the brush and just, sort of one stroke so that you're not scrubbing at the paper. Okay. You can go over the bricks there as well.
Oh, no, I didn't want to touch the bricks in case I touched the window.
Right. That's grand. So we're going to cover all of the stonework in that colour first of all.
Right, okay.
That's you. That's most of your slate colour on now, Barry. You can see how that's pulling the whole thing together. I'm still not getting difficult.
Well, what do we do next?
Right, we're going now to put this dark hole in the roof. You see where the slates are missing there, and it's all dark in the interior. So this is ultramarine light red, the same colour that we used more or less for the slate colour itself, only more intense. And just bring that right down over. You can come right down to meet anywhere that there's that slate colour on the roof. You see, it's the darks that really make it come together that gives it that wee bit of punch,
Pardon the pun.
Exactly.
No, I was going to say the colour is almost the same as the roof. Well, it's slightly darker. What's it going to dry out like? Will it actually be different?
It'll not dry out as light as the roof now, but it will dry out slightly lighter. And it's a mixture of the same colours, only there's less water in the mixture.
And the idea is to pull off the masking tape and then it will show the rafters again.
It will, yeah. And you only do that whenever the paint's completely dry. This one here now, fill that in. Whenever you're coming down, go across then, that'll give you the level top to it.
Oh, sorry.
Don't go over the ridge tag.
Is that?
Yeah, just come right down here. Cover all the way.
Give me a slap when I get over. I'm used to. Oh, you made a mistake there. Don't do it again.
No, hold on. Just fill that out. That's it. Now you see with the rigger, and the same colour, you see those really dark cracks you have there underneath the tiles, the little shadows there.
Oh yeah.
Put a few of those in. That'll just give you the tile
That's
effect.
lovely.